Okay, so we're going to show you how to put together our template, and then how to be able to space our lettering so it is perfectly centered, top to bottom, left to right, once the entire unit is painted. So we're going to get it painted first. Customer's going to paint it, and then we're going to use our template to be able to place our letters perfectly. I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So here in this large bag are all of our template pieces, and I cut this out of 1/8 inch plywood, and the plywood cost roughly, let's just say, $1.50 a sheet. So it took us three pieces of plywood to make the entire template. So, you know, under $5 of material. Now, we could have done this with vinyl or some other type of template material, but I thought, well, he may want to create a similar sign somewhere else. And now that we have it all put in the computer, it may be nice to have a reusable template. So a few dollars and we have a reusable template. So I'll show you what the template pieces are and how that all goes together. So here we have our template pieces laid out. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 of the video where I talk about the thought process of creating the template, you definitely want to check that out, because then this will all kind of make more sense. So this crack here in the wood is the center of the bar. So we were able to take our spacer pieces and line that up to the crack, and now we know that this is centered left to right here, okay? And so we went ahead and just right here at this connection, so this piece here connects right to that corner, and same thing over here, it connects right to that corner, okay? So really simple template configuration. And now that we have our template in place, we could just place our letters in these grooves all the way around, and we'll have our perfect letter positioning. So I'll show you kind of how that looks and works. So now you can see we have all of our lettering in place with our template, and you can see we left a 1/16 inch gap so the letters fit in there nice and easy. But now you can kind of see how easy it is to now have all of our lettering in its proper location. Okay, so now we can actually take off these bottom 2 pieces because we don't need those anymore, and then we'll be able to set our logo piece, which is a separate piece. We'll be able to set our logo piece right inside this, and everything will line up. And you can see from the top we're exactly 2 inches from the top, and then once we get our logo in here, we'll be exactly 2 inches from the bottom. And then we can glue these. We can use the tight bond. There's a couple of different ways we could do this. We could hot glue, works real well, or we could use tight bond super glue, and that works really well too. There's a variety of different adhesives, E6000. I mean, there's a variety of different ones we could use. Typically, I would either use hot glue or the tight bond super glue, which is a clear glue. Super glue is really sufficient and also is very quick because it dries very quickly and will certainly do the job. So that's really all there is to it. So you can see that template, if you have a template, now we could have made this out of cardboard. I have some poster board we could have made this template with. You don't have to use 1/8 inch plywood. I did because I thought, well, he might want to recreate this logo somewhere else, and so it'd be nice to have a kind of semi-permanent reusable template. That was my thought. So if he says, hey, I need a sign for my wall or something, I could cut the pieces out for him, and then he could use the same template to place all the pieces. So you can see here, when we take, you have to do this very carefully after they're glued down, but you can see if we take away our template, we're left with perfectly spaced lettering. So that's the concept. So I hope that helps understand how you can go about creating your template layouts to make the process really super easy. All right, so now I'm going to show you how we would set this up for the actual logo, the main logo of this design. So I've cut my backer board and we're going to paint this white, okay? And then after we paint this white, we're going to have to figure out where to place this guy amongst this shape. And to do that, we cut a little piece. Now, if you watched the video where we were creating the templates and creating the artwork, we created a little placement piece to help us perfectly place this guy. So this is going to be painted white. This is all going to be painted black. And then these pieces in this bag here are going to be painted red. And then I'll show you how all that goes. Now, the backer and the guy here is cut out of 1/4-inch plywood, where the red pieces, we cut those out of 1/8-inch plywood. So we have a little bit of dimension here. So let me show you how we're going to do this so you can get an understanding of how this all works. Now, of course, the key to making this all work is the thought process that you did when you're setting up your artwork file. So anytime we're looking for placement, we're looking for 2 connecting points. Any 2 connecting points will work, but we need 2 connecting points. And here, we use the very tip of this right there at the corner of where that is. So I take my little placement spacer and put it there, and then down here, it's easy because this, we're lining up to the outside of our backer, okay? So now we know that's perfectly placed. Now, we're gonna take the corner of that right there, and that is gonna line up right to there. Okay, now we have enough of a face here to line this up all along that face, and then we will know that this piece is perfectly aligned on that piece. Let me show you how that works, but I'm gonna need 2 hands, so hold on a second. Now, when you're placing these pieces, we do want to be pretty precise, but we can be off ever so slightly. So you can see here that I do in fact have that right at that point right there, okay? So I do have that. This all looks to be in line like it's supposed to be. But if we look up here, the spacing here seems to be just slightly less than the spacing over here. So I might just, even though it's not totally lined up here, it is still down here, I might just, see how I just nudged that over just a touch. Now I can take, now remember, our spatula is going to be red, okay? And then we can go ahead and place the rest of our pieces here. So this guy here is going to go, of course, now that the cap is going to be painted black. And then the eyes, they don't have to be in any specific spot. So, you know, whatever thing we think looks good. Now, to glue these pieces, I would probably use super glue. Is probably how I would glue this together. But so you can kind of see how this is all going to work, right? So now what's left here are these red pieces. Now, I know, like this piece, for example, is right there. So you see how that all lines up perfectly? And then, of course, we can line up our hat to that corner there, because that's going to line up. Again, remember, that's going to be red. Now, this piece here, now that we have that piece, gets replaced by this red piece. And that gets lined up right like so. But can you see how the guy has a little bit more dimension because he's thicker than the red pieces? Okay, so then this piece here is going to slide in. It's going to drop right in there. You can see that. So that's going to be red. And then this piece here is going to slide in. And ultimately, that will help us, because once that piece is in place, then our hat can be placed so it butts up right against there. You can see it's butted up right against there. And then we had, let's see, so then we had this little piece of the spatula, which is going to line up to the top of his hand and to the left side there. So just like that. So we can maybe nudge our spatula over just a little bit, something like that. And then this little guy here, honestly, I'm not sure. Oh yes. So there is a little piece that actually went right here. And we could decide if we want to use that, if we don't want to use that. But I think there's a little piece that was right there. Okay? So that's how that finished logo would look. Now we can pick this whole unit up. Now just imagine this is all being glued together, and we'll go place it on the bar. Try not to move it too much, and place it right in with what we did previously. So now you can see how that logo goes right in between our lettering there, and we have Mr. Teriyaki. We're 2 inches up from the bottom there, 2 inches up on the top there, and then we've got it centered there. And so that becomes our finished logo. So that's how we do it. So hopefully that helps you out, getting the ideas flowing of how you can make these little adjustments, make these placement templates to make the whole layout process nice and easy for you, and in this case for our customer who's going to be doing the finishing work on this one. So there you go. That's all there is to it.